Let's talk about how it works. Each Teens Love Cooking session is made up of 7 lessons that occur once a week. A lesson is between 75 and 90 minutes long, but a commitment of 2 hours for setup and cleanup is recommended. If your student chooses to participate in the family fiesta during the 7th lesson, please note that it generally takes 3.5 to 4 hours. The lesson is split into teaching and cooking. The first 15 to 30 minutes will be spent teaching that week's lesson, and the rest of the class will be spent cooking. Your site classroom will affect the way you approach the cooking portion. The details of your site will be discussed with food bank staff during the scheduled walkthrough and after this training. There will be a team of 3 to 5 volunteers at your site made up of 1 lead educator and 2 to 4 assistant educators. The lead educator will need to have completed the food bank's nutrition outreach volunteer training and be either certified as a nutrition educator or culinary educator. Familiarity with teaching students and using lesson plans is recommended. They will be responsible for the following, such as learning and teaching the lesson plan, making sure that all lesson handouts and materials are ready, selecting the recipe and communicating it with the team, and filling out the educator survey after each lesson. Assistant educators are also required to complete the food bank's nutrition outreach volunteer training and be certified as an outreach assistant. They will be responsible for the following: shopping for the lesson's ingredients, which can be a shared responsibility. They will also be ensuring that teen and volunteer attendance forms are filled out, assist with classroom management, oversee proper cleanup, taking pictures when appropriate, and finally, recording memorable stories throughout the program. In the week before the lesson, the recipe will be chosen and emailed to Food Shopper. The lead educator will review and practice the lesson plan as needed, and the Food Shopper will total the ingredient amounts and create a shopping list for the selected recipe. On the day of the lesson, the lead educator will gather all handouts and materials needed for the lesson plan. Most handouts will already be printed, excluding the printed recipes. The lead educator will review any additional information to get a better understanding of the lesson and the nutrient quality of the food being used in the recipe. The food shopper will purchase ingredients for the recipe and take it straight to the site. All refrigerated items should be immediately placed in the site's refrigerator. The lead educator and the assistant educators should arrive at the site 15 to 30 minutes prior to the lesson start for the setup, and stay 15 to 30 minutes after for cleanup. The lead educator will fill out educator survey at the end of the lesson, while assistant educators record any memorable stories at their convenience.